always seen people do this, and I used to wonder why. Yeah, there it is. Hello. Hello, sir. How are you, sir? Can you hear me,
Very
sir?
well, Sidharth, and my compliments to you on a stupendous job done in this film. I must say, it's one of those rare films which has really captured the ethos of the Indian Army so well, and you have been at the hem of it.
So sweet, sir. Thank you so much. I read your review, which was so well detailed and written with such passion, because of course you have seen Kashmir and that whole belt and what the Indian Army has done to keep us safe and protected. And as I was saying before to all the viewers, that sir, I think this was our attempt as a team to really inspire the youth to appreciate what the Indian Army does constantly and every day and night to give us this sense of freedom and protection, and be hopefully for you to give some insights to what actually did happen and what we have portrayed and some cinematic liberties that we've taken. So I would like to ask you, sir, I'm sure you've seen the film, sir.
Let me take up the challenge. Let me take up the challenge of explaining a few things. Firstly, Sidharth,
yes, sir.
There's a lot of unnecessary criticism to say that the film shouldn't have included the romantic interludes and things like that. I personally felt the romantic interludes really added value to this whole film. Because at the end of it, you have to remember that the soldier is a human being. The officer is a human being. What you were depicting was not a machine. You were depicting a human. And I think that came across very well with the interludes of your holidays back home with Kiara, who has also done a brilliant job. Absolutely. The second thing I thought I must highlight to our viewers here is the fact that, the family and the woman behind the man. Because, when we speak about events such as this, we'll start going into the romanticism of violence. But I thought before we do anything else, let's talk about the family. I think this is something which you all depicted very well in this. Because some Rona-Dhona here and there. But here the was giving to Vikram Bhatra, to Captain Vikram Bhatra, and the way you were depicting it yourself, I thought was very, very interesting, very sentimental, and actually formed one of the core issues of the whole film. The entire message which was going out from this wonderful film. And the last thing before I hand over to you to speak is that I want to remind our viewers that a lot of people feel that the officer sits far behind and fights. That is never so. You have seen Sidharth right up there. You've seen him as Vikram Bhatra right up there. Vikram Bhatra, that attack would never have succeeded. It is because he was there, he was the inspiration. And I want to tell you that in the Kargil war, 27 officers were killed. 27 officers of the Indian Army were killed. 527 Jawans were killed. And the ratio was about 1:22. Now, that's one of the rare ratios in the world. Very, very rare ratio. You will won't find such a high ratio of officer casualties anywhere in the world.
Indian Army
so I want to ask you, Sidharth, how did you feel? How did you feel, Sidharth, depicting a man who was on the way to becoming an inspiration for a whole nation?
Sir, for me, it was an absolute honor from day one when I heard the script and story. I was well aware of Captain Vikram Bhatra's sacrifice, but possibly not in so many details, in such detail of what happened, on the battlefield of Kargil. And it's taken many shapes and sizes, different scripts, different versions to really accommodate it in 2 hours. It's very difficult to put anyone's life story onto it. And as you said, our attempt to put the love story was also to give a more human side to all our soldiers, that they have a life. That's the sacrifice as well. They have to sacrifice the time being spent is limited. If they're called for duty, they have to leave.